Shalom, shalom, Israel. It's your brother Zahar, No Saint Left Behind, coming at you one more time with a video. You know, we'll get on this topic about Donald Trump and his Space Force, you know, putting the military in, U.S. military in space. I wonder why he's doing that, you know. He's preparing himself to fight the Messiah, Yahweh Shai and the angels. You know, that's what they're doing. And they show you in all their movies, man. They doing making prophecy come true, man. Prophecy has been fulfilled right before our face every day. You know, I just want to start off with saying, Kawala Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Kwakadash, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Kwakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the Akims out there that's teaching this word, being faithful, and doing what does say Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. And to the sisters out there, too. You know, you got a few sisters out there. All right, let's get into this word. I'm going to get into what Donald Trump said, man. We're going to get into this thing.
When it comes to defending America, it is not enough to merely have an American presence in space. We must have American dominance in space. So important. Very importantly, I'm hereby directing the Department of Defense and Pentagon to immediately begin the process necessary to establish a Space Force as the sixth branch of the armed forces. That's a big statement. We are going to have the Air Force and we are going to have the Space Force, separate but equal. It is going to be something so important. General Dunford, if you would carry that assignment out, I would be very greatly honored also. Where's General Dunford? General? Got it? Let's go get it, General.
So, you hear this man, this man is powerful, man. You know, he said that was a bold statement, a big statement. It sure is. But the word tells us that thy pride has deceived thee. You know, Esau pride has deceived him, man. But let's get into this word right quick. You know, then I'm gonna go to another video, man. But let's find out what Esau's gift was. First of all, Revelation 6:3, and it says, "And when he had opened the second seal, I heard the second beast say, Come and see. And there went," verse 4, "and there went out another horse that was red." Okay, and this red horse is who? This red horse represents Esau, the Edomites, the so-called white man. You know, Genesis 25:25 tells you that he came out red and hairy all over. He came out red all over like in hairy garment. All right, so this horse represents the so-called white man, the Edomites. He says, "And power was given to him," excuse me, that sat there on to take peace from the earth." And so that's what the so-called Edomites have done. They have taken peace out of the earth. That's why we have chaos right now. You know, that's why they're pillaging everybody's land, taking everybody's resources. And that they should kill one another. You know, that's why, you know, everybody's turning on one another. Everybody's killing one another. That's why you got massive death. You know, you normally to kill where you live at. You know, most black people killing black people, most white people killing white people, however you want to put it. But we're not really black people, we're Israelites, you know. And not only that, you got these Edomites, you know, Russia against America, America against Germany and Britain. So they've been killing each other, you know. And there was given unto him a great sword. And so that's the so-called white man's gift. It's the sword. And the sword is any instrument of killing. You know, his military, his guns, you know, knife or whatever it may be, but his gift is these missiles, these nuclear missiles and these guns, man. You can't fight this man. Let's go to Genesis right quick and find out something else. Let's go see his blessing in Genesis. What I do that for? Let's go see what the gift that his father gave him, Isaac. Genesis 27, and I'm gonna go straight to I'm gonna read let's try 38. You know, when Esau was crying, you know, Isaac had already blessed Jacob, you know, Yashael, Israel, with the blessings. You know, and then Isaac was mourning about a blessing. He wanted a blessing. And so this is what his father told him. I'm going to say verse 38. And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. Esau always, the Bible said, for he sought repentance with tears, and he still couldn't find it. So these crocodile tears he keeps shedding, man. Verse 39, and Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth. And so that's why the so-called white man, the Edomites, they go around the world pillaging the earth and taking everything that they want. Because his gift was given, the fatness of the earth. That's why he's taking everybody's resources. He's taking everybody's land. He's taking the people out the land and making them slaves. You know, like he did us. So-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. 12 tribes of Israel. In the dew of heaven from above. So the earth, the Bible says that the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. And he covered the faces of the judges thereof. So it lets you know that the so-called white man, the Edomites, are the wicked on the earth. Verse 40, and by the sword should thou live. So you see his gift. His gift was by the sword should thou live. And that's why he goes everywhere killing everybody, shooting everybody. That's why he dropped that bomb on Japan, Hiroshima. That's why he dropped the bombs and the missiles over there in Afghanistan, Syria, you know? So that's why he's doing all that, because that's his gift. You know, I'm not going to read no more of this right here. But that's his gift, man, and that's why he did that. And let's go look at some of his gifts, man. Let's go check out some of his gifts. All right, and I put this in there, man. This is shockwave weapons. Now, this is a gift from the Esau, man. Let's check out Esau's gifts. He already have a space program. He just not telling you about it. Look at this gift, man. This is sci-fi weapons. But all these weapons real. Look what it says. 10 sci-fi weapons that actually exist. Look at this, man. Look at these weapons that exist that you know nothing about. Look at this Avatar-looking gun. It says, sure, the gear may look like it came straight out of Avatar or Battleship Star Galaxia, but all of the laser weapons, robotic, sonic blasters, and pook raids pictured here are real. So, man, they said they got robotic weapons, sonic blasters, man. Pook raids. You know, man, they got all kind of stuff, man. What is this? They go another robotic, you know, remote control operated weapons, automatic kill zone. And, you know, and this is over in Israel. You know, Israel have this over there. So Israel is building an automatic kill zone, an American firm, more industries. So they got all kind of stuff, man. Look at this. It says the active denial system fire a beam of millimeter wave radiation. Look, they shoot radiation at you, man. See, he got all kind of stuff, man. Look at these drones, man. Look at this right here, man. Even the angriest mob will probably think twice about trying to pass a taser shockwave battery. See, Esau has all kind of weapons, man. That was his gift, man. You know, that's his gift, and he has these weapons. And let's look at a little bit more weapons, man. Now, I'm not gonna go into no more weapons. Let's get back into this truth. All right, and I got some more things I want to show you, man. Now, let's see what Ronald Reagan has said something about this before too. You know, about space, something coming out of space. So they know that these so-called UFOs are the chariots, and they preparing to fight Yahweh Shai, who he even called Jesus, and the angels, man. They preparing for that. Let's listen to what Ronald Reagan said about this years ago.
Perhaps we need some outside universal threat. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world. And yet, I ask you, is not an alien force already among us? What could be more alien to the universal aspirations of our peoples than war and the threat of war?
See, if you're listening to these people, man, These people know something that's out there. They keep saying the same thing over and over, all of them. Even Kennedy said something like this, man. So let's go into Revelations, man. Let's get deep into this thing, man. Let's find out what's up there that they see. All right, let's go to Revelations 12. The Bible tells you everything they're talking about. Revelations 12 and 7. And it says, and there was war in heaven. So the Bible's prophesied about it's going to be a war in the heavens. And the heavens is up there. You look up there, you see the clouds. That's where the war is going to be at, right up in there. It ain't going up in there outer space where they talking about all that. No, it's going up there where you see them airplanes flying at every day. Right above your head. Right there where the sun and the moon at. That's where the war going to be. Verse 7, and there was war in heaven. Michael, that's the archangel, and his angels fought against the dragon. And the dragon is the so-called white man, the Edomites. And so this is going to, Yahweh Shai is coming too. Yahweh Shai, who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ, Hamashiach, Messiah, is going to be there with these guys. He's going to be leading these angels, man. And Michael is head of the regular angels. You know? So the Most High always got order, man. You know, Michael was called a chief prince. He's an archangel. So it says, Michael and his angels fought against the dragon. That's so-called white man. And the dragon fought in his angels. And so who is the dragon and his angels? The dragon is a so-called white man, and his angels is his military. His angels is his tankers, his airplanes. You know what I'm saying? These are his angels, his foot soldiers. But this war going to be in heaven. So they're going to be flying around. Even the foot soldiers are going to be getting zapped up. In verse 8, and prevailed not. So they did not win against, you know, Yahweh Shai and the angels, the heavenly host, and the Messiah. Neither was their place found any more in heaven. So that means that they was knocked out of rulership. And what? After Yahweh Shai and Michael and the archangels beat these nations out and their armies, and then we took over rulership. And then that's when your 144,000 come in. You know what I'm saying? That's when your the 12 disciples, the 24 elders. You know, that's when King David come in. And then Yahweh Shai over King David. You know, that's when all that's gonna take place. But I got another video, man. Let's get into this thing. We're gonna go deep. They show you everything in their movies, man, on what they're gonna do. They show you everything. This is Independence Day too, man.
On my command!
See, in this video, I mean, in this movie, they showing you they got the laser technology down pat. And then they showing you that they're going to try to fight, you know, the angels and Yahweh Shai when they come back. You know, the white man is showing you what he's going to do in his movies, man.
Now, Tom, now.
You see, y'all can take these movies for a joke if you want to, but he's showing you what he's wanting to do, what his goal is to do, man. You know, let's go get some scriptures, man. You know, I don't want to be stuck on, we'll go get some scriptures and we'll go back to that movie right here in a minute. You know, I want to bring this thing out. Let's go to Sacred Ezra 13, man. Let's start at 1. And it came to pass after 7 days, and this is Zechariah had a dream, man. And he was actually, you know, he was talking to the angel and wanted the interpretation. So this is Zechariah's dream. And it came to pass, this is verse 1, and it came to pass, after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night. And lo, there arose a wind from the sea, that it moved all the waves, excuse me, thereof. And if you be watching the so-called white man, he's telling you that it's something in the ocean. It's something in the ocean. The ocean be bubbling and moving, and they don't know what it is. They seeing lights in the ocean. You know, and I'm telling you, man, this thing is mind-boggling, man. You can't even get the words out to say what's going on. Verse 3, and I beheld, and lo, that men waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. He says, and I beheld, and lo, that men waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him. So he's seeing all these armies. He's seeing America, their army, Russia, their army, China, their army. But then when he's seeing this ship, this UFO, what you call it, ignorantly called UFO, but this chariot come up out the ocean, and then when everybody's seeing Yahweh Shai coming up out of the ocean, they started to tremble. And it says, and all things tremble that were seen under him. Verse 4, and whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it filleth the fire. So this not talking about fire actually coming out of his mouth. This talking about fire coming out the mouth of what you ignorantly call a UFO, which is the chariots. And he began to zap them. He was zapping them, man. He was zapping them, man. And let's go back to this movie right quick. They showing you in this movie what's going on, man. Come on now. I bind you, Satan. So you see these lasers, they're not shooting missiles, bullets, man. They shooting lasers, man. You know, and when Yahweh Shai, when it said fire came out of his mouth, he was shooting lasers out the front of his ship, his chariot.
Mr. President, you've got incoming fighters on your 6.
Can you get me to the target, Lieutenant Whitmore?
Yes, sir. Follow me.
So they think that they're gonna fight, you know, the Messiah and win. You know, they so powerful, man. They got themselves in every movie. You see them fighting against so-called UFO, fighting against these angelical beings. In every movie, they win. Come on, man. But the Bible don't say they win. Verse 5. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men, out of number, from the four winds of the heavens, to subdue the men that came out of the sea. So these was, you know, all the armies, you know, China, Russia, America, Arabia, Iran, everybody came together to try to subdue the men that came out of the sea. And this man that is talking about is Yahweh Shai, who you eagerly call Jesus Christ. But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain, and flew upon it. Okay, and it said he graved himself a great mountain. It was talking about his chariot. He flew upon the top of his chariot. You know, that's what it's talking about. It's not talking about an actual mountain. It's talking about how big the chariot was. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find a picture. Let me let this play while I see if I can find a picture.
Go now.
Now, activate the shield.
Shield engaged.
Señor presidente, se le están acercando casas a las 2 en punto. ¿Pueden llevarme a mi blanco, teniente Whitmore?
Sí, señor. Sígame.
That ain't what I want. I can't find what I'm looking for. That might be in Spanish.
Si uno quiere hablar con la Marina de los Estados Unidos.
All these movies in Spanish. But what I was looking for, here's it right here.
Señor presidente, se le están acercando casas a las 2 en punto. ¿Pueden llevarme a mi blanco, teniente Whitmore?
That ain't it. Well, let me show you how big this. You see how big the channel is right here? See, look how big this chariot is. It was bigger than that, though. It was like, you know, he couldn't even see the end of the chariot. You know? And I had it on her earlier, what I wanted to show you. There it go. I found it. Now let me... Okay, this is what I was looking for right here that I had saved on her. Now let me show you how big this chariot is, man. And so trying to give you a vision of what we're reading. They showing you they know that America is going to be destroyed, though. They know America is going to be destroyed. And they showing you, man. But all this battle is going on in America. They tell you America's going to be destroyed, but y'all not taking heed, man. Y'all don't want to listen to the prophets out here teaching you this word. Your preacher's not going to tell you the truth. So you see how big this thing is? And I mean, this is just the image I'm trying to show you. But look, you see that it's enfolded with fire? Look how it's enfolded with fire. Hold on, let me get a scripture to go with that. My bad. Let's go to Ezekiel. We're going to come back to the second Ezra, what, 13:6? Let's go to Ezekiel right quick. You know, Ezekiel talks about that. Ezekiel 1:4. It says, and I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud, a whirlwind, a great cloud. It's talking about the chariots. And a fire enfolding itself, and a brightness was about it, and out of the midst thereof, as the color of ember, out of the midst of the fire. So you see how this chariot look. Let's go back. You see this fire that's enfolding itself? Come on. Let's play, baby. This is Ezekiel 4:1 right here. You see it. So let's get back into this word. All right, let's go back into, what was that, 2nd Ezra 6? No, 2nd Ezra 13, right? 13:6. And it says, behold, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain, and flew up upon it. In verse 7, behold, I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graved, and I could not. So he's saying this chariot was so big that he couldn't even see the end of the chariot. You know, and when you watch Independence Day, they show you that they showing you these so-called UFOs that's so big, you know, you can't, it's covering like the half of Earth. They call it the mothership, but we call it the fathership. That's Yahweh Shai's ship. You know, and it says, and behold, verse 7, behold, I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not. Verse 8, and after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him, they talking about all those that was gathered together to subdue Yahweh Shai and the angels, were sore afraid, and yet do us fight. They was afraid of them, but you know, the Most High, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai put the spirit on them, you know, and made everybody fight them. Made Russia, America, China, made all these nations that has military power to fight them. Verse 9, and lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war. So he didn't hold nothing in his hand. So he ain't do nothing physically. But verse 10, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth, as it had been a burst of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempest. Verse 11, I'm going to get into that. And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and the smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. So it was saying that outside of this chariot, you know, came out his mouth. It was talking about came out the mouth of the chariot was lasers and laser beams, and he was just zapping everybody, zap, 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 and they turned to dust and smoke. Let me see if I can get some laser zaps out of it.
Nice.
you notice when you watch these movies, the only thing they shooting is lasers. And so that's what came out of Yahweh Shai's, who even he called Jesus Christ. That's what came out of the mouth of his chariot, of his so-called ship. It didn't come out of his regular mouth. It came out the opening of the ship. That's why it was firing out. Flames of fire mixed with sparkles. You know, so I'm going to end this thing, and I'm gonna go back to, you know, you can go read 2nd Ezra 13 all the way through, man. It's awesome. It tells you all this, man. It tells you all this. I'm gonna go back to Revelations and just, you know, end with Revelations 7 again. Revelations 12, my bad, 12 and 7, because that's the scene that just closed, and it says, and there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon. The dragon is the so-called white man. And the dragon fought in his angels. So you just now seen the scene of the soldiers, you know, fighting the angels, or what they got on her, they got them as aliens. And prevailed not, neither was there a place found anymore in heaven. So that lets you know at the end of all this, anyway, you know, we're going to win. Yahweh, Shah, and the angels are going to win. And we're going to be right back in rulership if we continue to stay firm, continue to stay faithful, keep rehearsing these laws, statutes, commandments. So I'm going to go ahead and end this, you know, before my Sabbath kicked in. Eat me something right quick. And to the Akims out there and everybody out there, Shalom.